Hi guys! Every year, hundreds of natural disasters happen all over the world, from earthquakes, floods, typhoons, to volcanic eruptions that destroy everything in an instant. But have you ever wondered, guys, which country experiences disasters the most often? There are several countries in the world considered most vulnerable and often affected by natural disasters. Here are the countries with the most natural disasters in the world. In 10th place is Colombia, a country in South America that has a very dangerous geographical position, guys. Colombia itself is located right at the meeting point of three tectonic plates: the South American plate, the Nazca plate, and the Caribbean plate. No kidding. The meeting of these plates gives Colombia 15 active volcanoes that could erupt at any time. One of the biggest disasters happened in 1985 when Mount Nevado del Ruiz erupted and destroyed the city of Armero. In just one night, the city was leveled to the ground and more than 25,000 people lost their lives. Besides volcanic threats, Colombia also has to face 8 to 10 significant natural disasters every year. Earthquakes, landslides, and flash floods have become routine threats there. In addition, this situation is worsened by the long rainy season, where heavy rainfall often triggers landslides and major floods that continue to claim lives every year. In 9th place is Mexico, which is located in the Pacific Ring of Fire, guys. No less than, Mexico has 45 active volcanoes spread throughout its territory. This geographical condition also makes Mexico very prone to earthquakes. On average, earthquakes with a magnitude of 6.5 on the Richter scale occur every 2 years. Meanwhile, major earthquakes above 7 on the Richter scale hit Mexico every 10 years. One of the deadliest disasters ever occurred in 1985 when an earthquake with a magnitude of 8 struck Mexico City and killed more than 10,000 people. Tragically, another major earthquake struck again in 2017, hitting on the exact same date and killing 225 people. Besides earthquakes and volcanic activity, Mexico is also frequently hit by storms from the Atlantic Ocean. Since 1980, this country has been hit by 79 major disasters, and half of them were caused by tropical cyclones. This combination of threats makes Mexico very vulnerable to disasters, with the western region constantly threatened by earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, while the eastern region always faces the threat of hurricanes and major floods. In 8th place is Japan, which is known as one of the places most frequently hit by earthquakes in the world, guys. It's no joke. Every year, Japan records around 1,500 felt earthquakes, which means on average there's one earthquake every 6 hours. In fact, Japan accounts for 20% of earthquakes with a magnitude above 6 on the Richter scale that occur worldwide. One of the deadliest disasters happened in 2011 when a magnitude 9 earthquake, followed by a 40-meter-high tsunami, devastated Japan's eastern coast. This event killed more than 20,000 people and caused a radiation leak at the Fukushima nuclear reactor, the effects of which are still felt to this day. Besides earthquakes and tsunamis, Japan is also regularly hit by 5 to 6 typhoons every year. However, what makes this country unique is it's the world's best mitigation system, guys. Earthquake-resistant buildings, a very fast early warning system, and regular evacuation drills have become a part of daily life for Japanese people. And thanks to this incredible preparedness, the death toll from disasters in Japan is much lower compared to other countries with the same level of threat. In 7th place is Pakistan, a country in South Asia that faces the threat of flooding disasters which have already reached a crisis level, guys. The worst disaster happened in 2022 when devastating monsoon floods submerged 1/3 of Pakistan's territory. The event affected more than 33 million people and killed over 1,000 people. In addition, the economic losses were also enormous, reaching more than $30 billion, with such a huge impact that many villages were completely wiped off the map and were never rebuilt. It's no small matter. Pakistan experiences 12 to 16 natural disasters every year, with floods, earthquakes, and landslides occurring one after another. The high number of disasters in Pakistan is due to a combination of climate change and weak infrastructure, where rapidly melting snow from the Himalayas makes flooding during the rainy season even worse. In 6th place is Brazil, the largest country in South America, which also faces very serious threats from natural disasters, guys. One of the worst incidents happened in February 2022, when the city of Petrópolis in Rio de Janeiro was hit by 258 mm of rain in just 3 hours. As a result, devastating flash floods and landslides struck the area and killed 231 people. This event was even recorded as the deadliest landslide disaster in the history of Petrópolis, where rows of houses built on the mountainside were completely swept away without a trace. It's no small matter. Brazil experiences 12 to 16 natural disasters every year, with floods and landslides being the most common types, especially during the rainy season that lasts from December to March. In addition to those disasters, Brazil also faces severe forest fires every year, which burn thousands of hectares of land and send thick smoke all the way to major cities. In 5th place is the Philippines, a country that has been named the most disaster-prone area in the world for 16 consecutive years, guys. The Philippines holds the top position with a score of 46.56 on the World Risk Index. Geographically, this country is located right on the Pacific Typhoon Belt and is hit by an average of 5 to 6 major typhoons every year. It was no small matter. The worst disaster happened in 2013 when Super Typhoon Haiyan struck with the force of a Category 5 hurricane. The impact of this storm was devastating, destroying a total of 90% of the buildings in its path and killing more than 6,000 people. Besides the threat of storms, the Philippines is also located in the Pacific Ring of Fire, which is surrounded by many active volcanoes. This makes earthquakes and volcanic eruptions an additional threat that constantly looms. Its open position in the middle of the ocean further worsens this vulnerability because almost every typhoon that forms in the western Pacific Ocean will pass through the Philippines before finally making landfall elsewhere. In fourth place is India, guys. The country with the largest population in the world that faces the threat of natural disasters almost every day throughout the year. In 2025, India recorded natural disasters on 331 out of 334 monitoring days in a year. Lightning and storms alone claimed more than 1,000 lives during that period. One of the hardest hit areas was the state of Himachal Pradesh, which recorded 47 extreme hailstorms, 98 flash floods, and 148 major landslides in a single year. And overall, India experiences 12 to 17 major natural disasters every year, with monsoon floods, landslides, and tropical storms as recurring annual cycles. In third place is China, which is a country with an extensive and deadly history of natural disasters, guys. One of the worst events in the modern era occurred in 2008 when a magnitude 7.9 earthquake struck Sichuan province. The disaster killed nearly 90,000 people and is recorded as one of the deadliest earthquakes of the 21st century. Long before that, the river basin areas in China were also centers of disaster, where the Yellow River and the Yangtze River overflowed simultaneously in 1931, triggering an extraordinary flood that killed between 1 and 4 million people. It's no small matter. China experiences 12 to 17 major natural disasters every year, with earthquakes, floods, and landslides being the three most frequent threats. In second place is Indonesia, one of the most disaster-prone countries on the planet, guys. It's no small matter. Indonesia is crossed by the Pacific Ring of Fire with a total of 130 active volcanoes, making it the country with the most volcanoes in the world. This tectonic condition causes earthquakes of varying magnitudes to occur almost every day in different regions. One of the deadliest disasters in modern history happened in 2004, when a magnitude 9.1 earthquake triggered a devastating tsunami that killed around 230,000 people in Aceh and the surrounding areas. This tsunami tragedy became one of the deadliest natural disasters in Indonesia's history, with 230,000 lives lost and thousands of homes destroyed by the strong currents. Since 2016, Indonesia has recorded experiencing more than 2,000 natural disasters every year, with floods being the most dominant disaster, followed by extreme weather and landslides. The main factors that worsen these disasters are the geographical conditions as an archipelago and the uneven infrastructure development. As a result, many affected areas become difficult to access, making evacuation and aid distribution processes often hampered when disasters occur. And who would have thought? The country ranked first as the most frequently hit by natural disasters in the world is America, guys. Not only that, every year the United States experiences 25 to 26 significant natural disasters. The types of disasters also vary, ranging from tornadoes, tropical storms, wildfires, major floods, to earthquakes. In fact, between 1980 and 2024, there have been 403 natural disasters recorded, each causing a staggering loss of over $1 billion. And if we add it all up, the total economic losses from disasters have reached trillions of dollars. One of the deadliest disasters was Hurricane Katrina in 2005, where this disaster claimed more than 1,800 lives and flooded the city of New Orleans for weeks. In addition, the United States has a variety of natural disasters that other countries do not have, such as Tornado Alley in the Midwest, the threat of Atlantic hurricanes on the East Coast, annual wildfires in California, as well as major earthquake activity in Alaska and California. The main factor that puts the United States at the top of this list is not poor mitigation systems, but rather its vast territory with extremely diverse climates. From snowstorms in Alaska to tornadoes in Texas, all these natural phenomena occur simultaneously within one country. Those are the countries with the most natural disasters in the world. I hope this information is useful, and see you in our next interesting video.